Hey y'all, what's up? It's your girl Brittany. I am back. I am better with another video. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, like the video, click the bell to be notified of every time I post, because y'all know your girl posts frequently. Alright, y'all already know what we doing. We are jumping, we are skipping, we hopping, we leaping, we doing it. Dougie bow or dougie yow into this video. Click the link down in my description box below to become a member on my Patreon. Alright, y'all, come. Without further ado, let's get into this tea. Alright, so the mess of the day, y'all, has something to do with Love and War's next episode. So, as y'all know, they gave us a preview of Cashy stealing off on dscott. Was taking dscott through there. We also seen in the preview that Maul was trying to calm dscott down, and dscott says, "Shut up before I flat you like a pancake in your face, before I slap you in your face." So, they got into it, and then we also seen dscott say, "Cashy, what's up? Why you ain't pull up though?" Cashy ends up getting into it with him, and Joyce ends up jumping in. Now, mind y'all, I guess everybody and their daddy wanted to know why Mom did not help his good friend out. Why is you bringing your good friend there and not standing on business behind your good friend, even though your friend put his hands on your good friend? Why didn't you get on your good foot and take your friend through there for your good friend? So everybody wanted to know. So he ends up explaining why he did not help dscott in that moment in time. Because I'm not going to lie to y'all, I was even looking like, ain't that your friend? Ain't that your friend? You're not going to help your friend? You need to get in the field for your friend. But, at this time, him and Cashy was good brothers. Okay? They were brother about each other. So it was kind of like Cashy in a way was disrespecting Maul, but Maul ends up giving us the details and saying basically the way they showed it didn't happen like that.
It's coming down at the time, regardless of what people want to say about how me and Cashy is friends now. Cashy was genuinely and wholeheartedly my friend back then. dscott was somebody who I was there with, and that was my friend as well. I'm not about to hit Cashy because dscott decided to go throw a drink in Joyce's face off of a conversation that they was having. We're not on Love and Hip Hop. It wasn't, the situation in between him and Joyce wasn't about nothing. He threw a drink and drenched her in it. Me and Cashy looking at each other, we said, why would he do that? Cashy asked me if he could go ask dscott, could he give her an apology? I said, yeah, I'm gonna walk you out there so he can apologize to Joyce. I never knew that they was getting ready to throw a drink on each other, and that little hit and one little hit combo that they did. Just that simple, but that's what happened. Cashy popped him, and I turned my back because some drink out on my clothes.
I don't know who at the end said mopped her, but definitely mopped her up real bad, real quick. This is not Love and Hip Hop for me. I'm hollering. So I really do want to know what happened between dscott and Joyce. Like, I really do want to know what happened between them for him to throw a drink on Joyce. But to me, obviously, like, once y'all came in, y'all seen how Cashy was going to bat for Joyce. Like, him and Maul was homeboys, and he was even going crazy on Maul. So my thing is with dscott, I think alerts should have been going off in your head that, maybe he will try to fight me if I do anything to Joyce. If I even breathe too hard on Jocelyn, this big tall giraffe might take me up to the sky with him by his mouth and eat me right on up, chew me like some grass. I don't know why that just didn't go through his head, but hey, like Ma said, this is not Love and Hip Hop. Why are you throwing drinks when you know for sure security is not finna let it just in at a drink, okay? They want y'all to catch that fade after that drink is thrown. Once that drink is thrown, you better be having your hands up, ready to squabble. What Diamond said, line it up. You better be ready to line it up. And it also took me out when they said, when he said, I walked him out there. I walked him out there so that way we could get that apology done. Now, this was my thing right here. Like he said, he can't see into the future. So he didn't know they was finna have that little exchange right there real quick. He didn't know. But this is my thing. what is the after? Because basically you're telling us that you had more loyalty to Cashy than to dscott, which is understandable. You've known Cashy longer, but your good friend came with you. And with that, a situation went down to where your good friend, aka dscott, was feeling by himself. And obviously you was not backing up your good friend. And I'm going to say this too. Landon was, from the preview, Landon was not backing up his friend either. Because as y'all know, him and dscott became bond, cool, click, tight on Playboys. And in the preview, you know, dscott got Joyce and Cashy on him. And all you see is Landon, Hen, and I said, no, what? I mean, what does Ant have to do with any of this? Or why is you getting Ant when your homeboy is getting ran up on by two people? Why would you then? Okay, it's not correlating. For me, it's not correlating. But yes, even though you couldn't see in the future, you didn't know that was going to happen. And you saying that you wasn't finna hit Cashy because dscott started off by throwing a drink. At that moment, like after all that happened, dscott is still by himself. Came here with you. You didn't feel like you owed him some type of loyalty to have his back or to even pinch somebody. Now, granted, he was trying to break it up. I will give him that. He was trying to break it up. But with you trying to break it up, you didn't feel like they had like Cashy went too far. Even though, you know, the situation was between Joyce and dscott. And Cashy wanted to come over there and be like, hey, I think you should give her an apology. It looked, from what I seen, Cashy hit him first. You didn't feel as though you and Cashy should have stayed out of it and made him and Joyce have a conversation, or him just go over there, or even you be the person to be like, hey, dscott, you know, what's the issue between you and Joyce, and can we figure it out? None of that went through your head. Because, and this is my thing right here, like, let's be clear. When it comes to Joyce and dscott, dscott give catty, like, he gives me, he might haven't transitioned, but he's very like feminine from what I see. So with him throwing the drink is giving me feminine, you know, it's giving me one of the girls. Now, and I get it, like, you don't want them to fight, and they shouldn't fight, because Joyce is a T-girl, he's still, you know, a regular. So I get that. But in that, neither one of y'all, you and Cashy, felt as though y'all should have stayed out of it. Or you go talk to dscott because dscott came with you, instead of Cashy going to dscott and being like, hey, I'm the big, strong man. Give my girl an apology. You see what I'm saying? Because at this point, they're both in their feminine, him and Joyce. So I feel as though Cashy, with the masculine energy coming over there, that it was his place to defend Joyce, but at the same time, because you and him friends, both of y'all should have did that whole situation different, in my opinion, from what I'm seeing and what you saying so far. I haven't seen the full scene to be like, yes, this, yes, that. But what I'm seeing so far, I'm just like, you coming in with him, you don't feel as though you and Cashy, because you basically saying that you was not going to fight Cashy for him. Okay, cool. But you didn't think that you could have handled that situation a little bit different because he did come with you. Whether you saying like, no, Cashy, you know what? I got it because he came with me. So I'm going to go tell him I believe as though he should apologize. More so than having Cashy come over there on the defensive, because as y'all know, this whole time that we've been watching, Cashy is on the defensive, baby. I mean, defense. If he having to keep his head on a swivel, is always something. We can't even get to him and Jocelyn's love and what they got going on because he having to defend her so much. So y'all let me know what y'all think. because I'm excited to see it now that we finally got some dialogue on Love and War, and we starting to get to know the couples for them being couples and not just fighting. I'm enjoying it way more. At first, in the beginning, I wasn't really messing with it. I kind of was like, boo, boring, I don't care. But now I've gotten to a point where, like, I have my seatbelt on, I got my popcorn, I got my drink, and I'm feeling it. I'm messing with it. So let me know what y'all think down below. I'm going to see y'all in the next one, babes. Bye.